Hello, Rockport-Fulton ISD. This month is Principal Appreciation Month, and we're really excited to start our Principal Appreciation series with Linda Cox. And I think it was something about like, we're here today to connect or commit, or what is it?
Come on, Dr. Lowry. We're here to commit and connect at FLC in 2023.
That's right. All right. So commit and connect at FLC in 2023. That's great. So kind of tell me, so as it is a Principal Appreciation Month, what makes you feel appreciated as a principal?
Well, I think just coming to work every day and knowing that I'm part of a bigger team, just seeing everyone show up for kids in their own way every day makes me feel like I'm appreciated because everybody truly is working for the same team.
Okay. And is that also like chocolate? Does that help you feel appreciated too?
Of course.
Okay.
Dark chocolate is always a
dark chocolate. Okay. With or without caramel in it?
Oh, plain is fine.
Okay, plain is fine. So when you show up tardy, she really appreciates some dark chocolate regular. So kind of tell me, we're sitting here in a room. I told you to choose a classroom or choose a space for this interview that would be something meaningful to you, and you chose this space. What was the reasoning?
Yeah, so I was a teacher here at Fulton, a fifth grade teacher, when I first started my career. And when this new school was built, this was my classroom. And so I asked Miss Lule if we could sit in here and do this interview. And I think that Dr. Lowry learned something new about me that I taught right here in this room.
Nice. So that kind of brings me to the next question. So you were a teacher here. I believe you were an assistant principal at Live Oak, correct? And took a sabbatical for a couple of years to go learn and grow a little bit. And now you're back. What does it mean to you to be back and a part of this community?
So I've always felt a part of the community. It means a lot coming back as a principal. I don't take this job lightly at all. No. I feel very humbled and very honored and privileged to serve this campus, this district, and this community in this capacity. And so it just means that I'm doing the work for kids. Yeah. I'm doing the work for the staff and the team, and it just really feels like home. Yeah. I feel very comfortable here. I feel very happy in this building, and there's a lot of good memories here. And so I just love being a part of all of this.
And ready to make some bigger memories and some better memories,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
The greatness is coming, right, through Commit and Connect?
Absolutely. We have bracelets, so we do have Commit and Connect bracelets. I'll make sure and get you one.
There we go. I actually have small wrists, so I'm going to not need a huge one.
Okay.
So, that kind of leads me into you're returning now as a principal. As we look at what makes a great principal, how do you know at the end of the year or throughout the year that you are truly being a great principal? What do you think makes a great principal in your eyes?
So, because this is my first year as a principal, I hope that just working really hard every single day, giving my people 150% makes a great principal. I think about the leaders that I've worked under, I've worked with, my mentors, just having that open door policy, feeling supported, seeing them every single day, having them be visible, and most importantly, loving kids.
Absolutely.
That's what makes a great principal. Yeah. And I've said to my staff before, every now and then, I love you guys, but the kids are the best part.
Absolutely.
And so I think that we all share that same sentiment.
So like and share this post if you think that Ms. Cox loves kids. All right? Yeah, there it is. That's how we know. So hopefully there's more than one like. I'm sure there will be. So as we look at this, I think it's also Hispanic Heritage Month, right? And you are a female principal of Hispanic descent. What does that mean to you, and how do you wear that with pride?
So I guess that's something that I don't always think about, but it is a part of who I am. Sometimes it's a journey within people to be confident in our own skin. And as we look around, we think about how we automatically make connections with people that are like us, And sometimes we can maybe feel like we don't belong in certain places if people aren't like us. But there's a really good quote that this reminds me of that really guides some of my work personally, and it's you are not in the world is in you.
Yeah.
And so I truly believe that about myself. I believe that for anyone, and especially for kids. So you can be anything, you can do anything. The world is inside of us, and so we just go out there and we get whatever we want. And so I talk to my team, especially our custodians, our office staff, our maintenance staff. A lot of people working in our buildings are of Hispanic descent, but they're not always in leadership positions. And so sometimes I automatically will connect with them at first because I feel like there are people that are in my family, you know, my tias and my tios, they just remind me of them.
Yeah.
And so I always try, and sometimes I don't try, sometimes it's just very natural that I gravitate towards them, or our cafeteria workers, and I just want them to know that we're all part of the same family. We're all part of the same team. And then thinking about this year in the district, we're doing a book study called Belonging. And so as the principal, sometimes I didn't always feel like I belonged in certain places. But as we're reading the book, I realized that the world is inside of me. And so I belong wherever my heart is and wherever the work is that is pushing me forward for kids. And so I just encourage everyone just to go out and do your best and look up to mentors, no matter who they are or what they look like. We're here in this world to make it a better place. And so just doing the best at every moment is what's important.
Man, I love that. And I hope, you know, many kids are listening to that and get a little bit of inspiration that, you know, go out and be the good in the world, right? And I hope they also see that if you want to go get a leadership position, go get it. If you want to go to college, go get it, right? And Ms. Cox is a prime example of, you know, it's a journey to get there, but you can get there. And there is a path.
That's right.
That may not always be easy, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. That's good. So let's kind of transition. So to pump you up in the morning on your way to work, what are you listening to? Like, let's hear something.
So I like different types of music.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm listening to the Cranberries, sometimes, you know, taking me back to my high school days.
Sure.
Recently, it's been the Dancing Queen, ABBA.
Oh,
you know,
my
we
God.
played that at my wedding. So it really just depends on my mood or how I'm feeling. But I love music, and if you ask the students here, they will tell you that I play my music every morning when I'm walking the halls. And there is a little corner in the building where we do dance every morning.
That's what I'm talking about. So. Okay, jamming out. So I couldn't leave this interview without talking about Cox Rocks, right? I hear that everywhere, right? Commit and Connect in 2023 at FLC, but it's Cox Rocks, right? Even before that saying of Commit and Connect came, Cox Rocks was here. So what does it mean? What does Cox Rocks mean to you when you hear that?
Oh, well, so when I was a fifth grade teacher right here in the old building, I actually had a student that gave me a cup that said Mrs. Cox Rocks, and I still have it. And so at that time, it meant that I was a really good teacher, and you know, it was a symbol of how her family felt about me, and I thought that was just very kind. And then when I was an assistant principal, there was a second grade team for Christmas. They gave me a customized pair of Converse that has Cox Rocks on the back of the Converse. And so then it really started to become something different. And I realized that it grew. And then I started, you know, getting gifts from my husband, like makeup bags that say Cox Rocks. And so And when I came back as a principal, it continued.
Yeah.
So I just hope that maybe it's a nice nickname, and actually it really just rhymes.
Sure. Is it Rocks with a CK or an X?
It used to be with a CK, but the second grade team changed it to an X,
okay.
which I think, puts a nice personal
Sure.
spin. I like a good play on words.
There we go.
And so I just hope really what it means is that people know that they have someone in their corner,
Sure.
and that I'm just a hardworking human, just like
Yeah.
everyone else, and I'm here working for the community.
Yeah,
so.
you're that rock for them, right? There it is. That's good. Well, I appreciate you spending the time with me, and I want to let you know that we really appreciate all the work that you do. For those of you that don't understand, in a small community, especially the principles of the cornerstone of what's happening within our district. So thank you so much for all the hard work. I know you've been up here on weekends. You're emailing me late at nights and on Sundays and dark and early in the morning, and so I want you to know that we do appreciate all the work that you're doing, and I want the community to know that this isn't happening without you and all the work, all the good that's going to happen in this school. It takes a team, but it takes a team with a leader, whether that leader's in the front or in the back. I've gotten to watch you lead and change the culture around here, and it's very powerful to watch, and I know that a lot of kids' lives are changing because of you, and we really appreciate that. So thanks for taking time with us today, and we look forward to all the greatness that's coming out of Commit and Connect and FLC in 2023. We're excited for 2024, maybe some more.
Woo!
All right, there we go.
I love it.
All right, thanks, Ms. Cox, for coming out with us today.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.